Hi, Quitter! Thank you so much for joining us here. I am Aline Bugarin. Don't mind to pronounce this correctly.
And I am Natasha Bugarin.
I'm sure you can pronounce Natasha better than Aline. But this is not the case because our pronunciation is not very good as well. So we are just talking quilting language here in this video, and we hope you guys can really enjoy this video because we are doing this with so many, cherish, and actually we are so grateful that you guys, our friends, and here on Facebook, and our closer friends that speak only English are wanted to
know a little bit more about our award-winning quilts.
Thank you, Natasha.
We are in the middle of an online quilt show of this quilt, so we decided to make it in English as well.
That's because we always get English invitations to do this when we do this in Portuguese. So now you can also know what we did and we didn't on this quilts. We are doing this kind of video on all of our show quilts.
Yes.
It is how many?
There are 9 quilts.
Yes, maybe it will be more than 9 videos because some quilts are really big and have lots of layers of information. Yes, but we are doing at least 9 videos, so please be welcome to like our page and really tuned in, because this is going to be amazing. It is not live because when we are live I get so much more nervous and I cannot speak. So we're doing a video, but please feel free to comment and ask anything. We'll be answering all your questions. Let's go.
So this is Pegasus Mandala. We finished it actually in 2016.
15.
Oh my god.
2015.
Yes. 15. It started entering shows in 2016.
Yes.
That's why I messed it up. But anyway, the first show it got entered, it was Paducah in 2016. And it got there beautifully exposed to who wanted to see it, but won nothing.
I remember when we received that email that we received. Now we have the fortune to
had received a lot
of these emails, but it never gets less exciting. Yes. The more you got them, the more you want them. So when we opened the email and Natasha tell me the quilt will be actually in the city of Paducah on the AQS show, on exhibition with a lot of the quilts that we loved so much to see and we admire so much. I cry, she screamed. It was a lot of emotions, and we want to,
I don't
I don't know the English word. Thank you. I will just say thank you if some of the AQS team are watching this video, or some friend that actually saw this quilt on a Paducah or any show. We want to thank you so much, guys, because being able to participate in these contests really made us better quilters and gave us the belonging feeling. We really feel that we belong to something when we participate in this show. So this is not making show quilts, contest quilts. It's not about winning. Of course winning is extremely great, but it's not about that. It's actually to be part of something, and this quilt gave that to us. The first quilt we made before this also entered an AQS show, and it was amazing. But the real feeling that we belonged to something came on this one, because we were much more mature when we made
a little
but then the first one, when the first one came out, we didn't know anything about shows and everything.
Oh, sure.
And on this, we really understood what it means to be on a show, to be on an AQS or another great association, organization, and just to be part of it. And I think this understandment came with this quilt. So let's talk about the techniques we've used to make this quilt.
Don't you want to finish this
first? Please.
So it entered in Paducah and in Syracuse also in 2016. But in Syracuse it won second place on the category wall quilts, home machine quilted. So it was made on a home machine. And in 2017 it entered Quilt Canada and won Excellence in Domestic Machine Quilting. So it was really nice. And the quilt measures about 43 inches per 43 inches.
We used a lot of marking on this quilt, but for a show quilt is like nothing on marking. It's very free motion quilted, and we have a little video that we made much more closer so you can see all the details. So we're just chatting now. This quilt was free motion quilting almost entirely.
Yeah, about 80% at least.
At least. And we used just regular cotton from the shirt store. That's a good information too. We didn't
100% cotton fabric.
Yeah, but it's from the shirt store. We didn't knew that on this time that was specifically cotton for quilts and specifically fabric for quilts. So we just bought the regular cotton.
It works.
It works very well. Yeah.
Your comment.
Yeah. So we
basically everything is quilted with tri-lobo thread. There is some metallic. That's the name,
holographic,
right?
Yeah, metallic
thread here on Trapunto. Yes, there is Trapunto here, and there's also so fine in the background. So fine we want when we bought a machine, so we use it. But basically, other than so fine, everything in this quilt and in every other quilts of our own is Brazilian materials. So it's pretty national. Everything we find here in Brazil is what we use. We try not to use imported threads or fabrics or bedding, even though we would love to try some bedding that we see around the world, but we try to use only Brazilian ones because we want to make it also accessible when we say, hey, everyone can do it.
It's more like an opportunity to the beginner quilters.
Yes.
Don't be afraid that quilts can only be made with the highest quality product of United States, Canada, and New England, and Europe, and etc. So it's kind of a teacher decision, thinking, and it worked very well because this is something that really keep people to try some craft here in Brazil. It is sometimes much more expensive than people are
possible to
wanting to spend on a hobby.
Yes.
So this strategy is actually making more quilters here in Brazil. And we are so happy to see that, because every person here in Brazil that sees this quilt asks, is that national product? Is there available here in Brazil? And we always say yes, that is, you can make this right now on your home. And it is amazing how people get shocked and are very surprised, because the quality is not on the only on the stuff you use, right?
Yes.
Is also on the quality of information you have. And we have lots of good information.
Yes, materials are only a part of the quilt, so that's what we try to express by doing this.
The simple but good quality
Yeah,
materials can do a very good job too.
yeah.
So the binding.
The binding, it is curved binding. It was the second time we did it.
Because we were so naive when we started to make show quilts, that we didn't even thought that we could make only this part and see if this curve worked. We didn't do that. We just cut our quilt and bind it. So it is much better than the first one, but it's not our best binding right now.
Not test a lot of techniques before we start a quilt is one of our
registered mark.
Yes. We usually don't test a thing. I mean, we think about the project, the designs, the distribution and everything, but the technique itself, no. It was the first time we did a trapunto like this. It was the second time we did a binding like this, but the first time we did it, it was the first time, and we didn't test.
It was our first show quilt also.
Yes. So, well, we like it, because we don't have the time to test it. So we decided to do the tests we want, and to learn the techniques and to improve those techniques also on our show quilts, because a show quilt has a deadline, and that's very important for us, because we do a lot of things here in our studio.
We run a business here.
Yes.
Yeah. A quilting business,
Yes.
which is amazing.
Yeah, so we don't have much time actually, so the deadline is really important, so we can give ourselves the time to try, to test, to learn and to improve ourselves and do those gorgeous quilts.
So let's talk about the designs we've chose. How do we pick these designs, you know?
Go ahead.
Okay, so we only used feathers and cross hatching and a kind of Indian design here, like an oriental,
There's
maybe
orange
some
here.
cashmere.
Yes.
Here. The designs itself are
Quite
pretty
simple.
simple, yeah. What it makes this quilt so appealing is actually the composition. We did it on a mandala style, that it's one design, like a central design here, a more important design, and it is growing. So it is not growing like a traditional mandala with all the repetitions. So the feathers only repeat 4 times, and this design repeat all around the quilt. Yeah.
All right. So can you show the video?
No.
Okay.
Let's talk the last one thing I want to talk about is these little crystals we put on the.
I don't know if you can see it.
The
Actually.
quilt.
But you'll be able
here.
to see it on the video.
Yeah, and the backing, that is
You
a
have to put it.
solid fabric too.
Yeah.
It's not the common ultra informationalized fabric with flowers or
Yes.
a really great texture that hides the quilting. Our quilts have this, you know, thing that we
like
it's
solid
really our
fabrics. We love them.
Yeah, and we
like
chose
to see the quilt.
We chose to use them on the backing too, and this gives the quilt a kind of second chance. A second quilt is on the back of this quilt.
Yes. So before we go to the video, let me show you a picture of this quilt against the light, so you can see the extra batting from Trapunto. Here it is.
I love this picture.
Where you see that is more dark in the picture is where we did the Trapunto technique. So here's the video.
As you can see, one thing that the juries commented on this quilt was the very nice stitches, but it was not assisted by any kind of regulator. This is just the practice feature that everyone talks about.
Yeah. So again, it was made on a home machine. Actually, it's not a home machine. It is a kind of adaptation that is very common here in Brazil, but really not common in United States or Canada or Australia, because we don't have stationary long arms here. So we used a industrial machine that is the actually purpose of it was to make clothing. So that's
on actual
fabrics.
Yeah.
No, fabrics is wrong. What's fábrica?
Manufacturers.
Yeah, something like that. So, and this is the back of it.
So the tags of proudly judged and exhibited couldn't be more right. And this is the backing, which we love just as much. We love the top.
Yes.
You can see the binding is very simple, and the quilting is simple scribble and feathers.
And we didn't use rulers on this quilt, so everything, this curved cross hatching was not with rulers. We didn't have rulers at the time, so it was basically we mark this form, and then everything here inside is free motion. So we have a lot of free motion. We mark basically the
main designs.
The main designs, but we did not mark every single line or every single feather and so on. So we also like to practice our free motion quilting. It's something we love to do. So, well, that's it.
So this is Pegasus Mandala. I think we covered it all, but if you have any questions about the making or anything, please be more than welcome to comment and share and, do whatever you want to engage with us on this journey, because we are really excited. We made the time to make this English videos more beautifully with our show quilts, because we've been asked this a lot. So thank you guys for having us, for watching this video till here. And again, please, if you have any questions, subscribe. I wanna
say something.
Answer questions that we got a lot, that if our book is available in English or any classes. No, for now we don't have any class.
If you want, please comment here, so we know there are more people than already asked wanting that.
Because the book is something that we frequently got asked about it, so we are making a kind of map what we will be doing in an English version first. So if you are interested on any of our product classes or maybe the book,
by the way, our classes are online, and we are now making this video because we're in the middle of the online event. I already told you, and this event is to show our students that understand Portuguese right now, just right now, what we made, the quilts we made, and we teach in this class. We're that is, what's the word, sponsoring this event. We teach these techniques, all the techniques we use in all of our 9 award-winning quilts, and we teach those techniques in this course.
You know, guys, we don't think we have English content to add to the already rich English content you have, but as you keep asking, we are more than happy to do it, and we'll be actually very honored to be among the English speaker teachers, because that's from we learn too, and we, you know, we'll be pretty happy to do that. So thank you guys, see you on the next video.
Bye bye.